Hey guys, Boone from Boone-Southern. You know, when we think about baiting deer, what's the first thing that comes to mind? First thing that everyone runs to is corn. They want to put corn out, and they call it the yellow nuggets, uh, the magic gold. But here's a problem that we have around where I hunt. We have hogs. So here's the problem with the corn. As soon as you put corn out and a hog comes through and he finds it, guess what you're going to be feeding? You're not going to feed deer anymore. You're going to be feeding hogs. So I don't put corn out. And if I do, I put it very sporadically, and at the point where very sporadically is enough corn that the deer are going to come in an afternoon. They're going to clean it up. There's nothing left for these feral swine. We can't stand hogs, and they're everywhere. So today I want to tell you, I want to give you my secret. This is the secret that I've been using for about 3 years now. I tried it, it worked, and I have been successful over this as far as I've actually harvested a pretty good deer over this during the rut. Well, of course, it was because the does came in and the buck came in and he was checking his does to see if any of them were in estrus. So I want to tell you about two things today. One of them is going to be peanut butter rice bran, and the other one is going to be range cubes or range pellets that we feed the cows. So let me show you these products. We're going to talk about them a little bit, and then I'm going to take you out to where we feed, and I'm going to show you how I put these things out. All right, so let's talk about the peanut butter rice bran first. Many different companies make this. Um, about an hour ago, I went and stopped by our local feed and seed store, and they know that I always buy this. But here's they have different flavors. They have plain rice bran. I've never had that much success on plain. They have peanut butter rice bran, and then today they said they had strawberry crunch, and I don't know what the other flavor was, but I'm thinking you got to be kidding me. Well, can I tell you that if you buy plain rice bran, and it's only going to be $1, maybe $2 a bag cheaper than the flavored rice brans? Um, Here's a simple thing. Go to a grocery store, buy the cheapest package of Kool-Aid that you can buy, and when you go to put plain peanut butter or plain rice bran out, put the Kool-Aid in it. Whatever flavor Kool-Aid. Strawberry is one of our big ones. Put strawberry in it. Mix it around, pour it out. You got flavored Kool-Aid. But I've always had great success with peanut butter rice bran. And peanut butter rice bran, there is some crude protein as 12%. So it's not only that you're drawing your deer in, but you're actually giving them something that's going to be beneficial for them. 12%. Our does right now are lactating. They have their fawns, and so this will help them. Now, in a previous video, sometime back, I showed you my cotton tree. The cotton tree is the cotton is high in protein, but it helps the deer when the bucks were growing antlers. The protein content very high in cottonseed. The deer were eating that, the bucks were eating that, and it was going straight to their bone. The does now have taken over eating the cottonseed, and the reason why is because of lactation. It actually helps them produce more milk. And so we have healthy fawns in this area, or especially right here where we feed, and they stay in our cottonseed. Now, if you put plain cottonseed out and expect them to come to it, it's not going to happen. We actually supplement feed around that. We were doing a protein feed and a boss buck feeder, and we had the cotton tree outside that. So that's why they were there. And they finally started eating it. They figured out that a deer's not going to eat anything that's not good for them. They finally figured out, hey, this is good for me. They started eating it. So peanut butter rice bran is many companies make it. Don't buy it just because it's got the big buck on the front. But find you some peanut butter rice bran. I promise you, you will be surprised, and it will draw the deer. Now here's kickback. Warning, disclaimer. Peanut butter rice bran is powder. Do not, if you want it to be, you want to be successful over it, don't put it out in the rain. Don't put it out before it's about to rain, because all it's going to do is it's going to wash it into the dirt. Sure, the deer will come in there, they'll smell it, they'll try to dig the dirt up, but it's not doing anything for the deer. So don't put it out in the rain, but as long as it's not raining, put your peanut butter rice bran out. Okay, so let's talk about the other ingredient. The rice bran, we've talked about it. Now let me tell you about the range cubes. These are cattle cubes, range cubes. Farmers fed these to their cows for many years. This is 16% protein. Saw a video not long ago of a guy that just strictly poured these out for his deer because he was tired of the deer eating all his corn so quick. So he put range cubes out. Range cubes have corn in it. That's a drawing factor for these range cubes for the deer in their smell. But if in combination with the rice bran and the cattle cubes, these turn into a magnet. And what's going to happen is the deer is going to come in. They're going to be drawn to the peanut butter rice bran. And I'm going to show you in a little bit. We're going to put the pellets underneath the rice bran. They're going to come in. They're going to find the rice bran. And they will literally, the deer, I've seen them do it. They will literally come in, go from the rice bran. It'll be like snorting dust up their nose. They will literally try to blow it out, and I've seen dust come out of their nose from the rice bran. But then they'll pick up these pellets and they'll eat it. If you've ever seen a deer eating a corn cob, they'll pick them up and eat them just like a corn cob. So if you want to draw deer in, try the rice bran and the range pellets. And then here's the final key. I told you I don't put out corn because of hogs, but what I will do is I will take a quart of corn, and when I put the range cubes and the rice bran out, I will spread corn around the area. I won't give the deer a smorgasbord. I want to give them the opportunity to say, I want to come to this before I go anywhere else. Now, we have hunters around us right now, especially out-of-state hunters that have leased property around us. Their corn feeders are full. They're feeding hogs. Yeah, I said their deer feeders are full of corn, but they're feeding hogs. And they have problems with hogs. I hate it for them, but I am so glad that they're feeding the hogs and they're keeping them off me. So let me show you how I put this out, and you can do the same thing. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the rice bran, we're going to put it in the bottom of a bucket, and then we're going to put the range cubes on top of it. Have to get my magic bucket. Here we go. It's not Christmas yet, but we've got our Halloween bucket, and we're in October. And then we've got our Santa Claus bucket. This is my magic bucket. This is where I measure my peanut butter rice bran. And then in this, I'm going to put corn. So, and I've got a simple metal coffee can as a dipper. My wife says I don't throw away anything. All right, so I'm gonna go up to the old Santa Claus belt right here. Is how far I'm going with rice bran. Now let me show you the pellets. So now, as you can see, these are square pressed pellets. They have corn in them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of handfuls on top of the rice bran. Okay, so maybe 4 handfuls. And then we got some good old yellow gold we're going to put in the Halloween container. Now, let's go and put this out, and I'm going to show you how. Okay, so you see our boss buck. We've been feeding 21, 22% protein since February. We've got some good deer here. I think we've got 2 3.5-year-old, one 8 point, one 9 point. Nothing that really interests us as far as harvesting this year. If they can survive all the people around us, out-of-staters that are coming up here leasing land, and the hunters that are feeding corn, then they're going to be okay here. They'll survive another year if it was up to me. So here we go. What I'm doing now is I've got the corn. We've got the corn in a pail. And I'm taking, you see that the pellets are on top of the rice bran. All we're going to do is we want to make sure that when we dump this, the rice bran stays on top of the pellets. Now you'll see that the pellets are buried under the rice bran. So all we want to do, we've dumped the rice bran out. It is on top of the pellets. The drawing factor is going to be the rice bran, and it's going to be the corn. And so all we want to do is we just want to put the corn out here. Of course, the corn is going to be the drawing factor. They are going to come to it, but we put it around the rice bran and the range pellet. So what they're going to do, of course, they're going to smell this. I will tell you that after a while, you won't have to do the corn anymore. All we'll have to do is the rice bran and the range pellets. Sophie, you're not a deer. Quit eating the corn. And that's it. So what's going to happen? The deer are going to come in. They're going to pick up the corn. They're going to go over to the rice bran. They're going to start eating that rice bran saying, oh, this is great. And then they're going to find the range cubes. With the range cubes, they're going to start eating them. Later on in the season, this happened to me last year. Later on in the season, the deer would literally go past the rice bran. They would dig down in there. They would find the range cubes or the cattle cubes first, and they would chew those and eat those first. I've literally had adult does come out here and run everybody else off until they could get it. I've literally had small bucks come out here and would fight over this stuff. So this is a proven tactic. If you want something that'll draw your deer and keep them in the area away from all the other deer feeders, then try this tactic. Rice bran, peanut butter rice bran, range cubes, and corn. Try it. This is Boone from Boone-Southern.